I like weirdly want to play Fate Extella, and I don't know why. Like I have no clue why. Because I haven't played this game in forever. Yep, right one. Ooh, what are you yelling at me about? That's weird. That's weird. But yeah, I don't know why this game has been on my mind for like the last week and a half. Because I unlocked the Saber arc. I haven't started it yet, and I figured I could do a little bit of it for funsies. Let's review the facts the scholar sent me, probably Archimedes. Earth scientists have hypothesized so-called parallel worlds, other versions of Earth and its surroundings expanding indefinitely like mirrored reflections. If true, that would mean that Earth has not only one future, but many. In other words, worse timeline. Think of it like this. The you that you are aware of exists somewhere upon this timeline. It might sound unreal. Humans aren't equipped to perceive, let alone traverse, the wall between worlds. But what if I put it another way? Think of these parallel worlds as other possibilities. Imagine what might have been in your life. Think of the connections that were cut off and thrown away. Options you see now, in retrospect, that you would never have considered at the time. Picture how your life today might be different had those what-ifs come to pass. All those variant futures in everyone's lives make up the vast array of parallel worlds. For actions, those of the you in this present moment on this particular timeline can change the world in any number of ways. That proves such possibilities are alive, and that your world exists on the proper axis. Conversely, a world where the future cannot be changed regardless of your choices can have no parallel worlds. Such a world is nothing but a dead end, solitary and singular, with the past as immutable as its future. This is actually interesting because in Fate Grand Order, the concept of lost belts are basically those dead ends. This is a necessary evil, a byproduct of the way parallel worlds are structured together. After all, a world where humanity made radically different choices would bear very little resemblance to the world you know. Some worlds may have crumbled by making all the worst choices. Others may have made all the right ones and rocketed ahead, perhaps too far ahead. In either case, that world can no longer be said to resemble ours. And once the world moves out of sync, it is no longer parallel. Why would those worlds become solitary, you ask? Could the people in those worlds not still make different choices? Unfortunately, no. This dimension contains a finite amount of energy, and has none to spare for creating new worlds from the worlds gone so far astray. Makes sense why you'd prune lost belts. If parallel worlds continue to increase in this manner, their number would eventually exceed the capacity of this dimension. Parallel worlds must exist, but in a manageable quantity. By my own rough calculations, and judging by the civilization of Earth alone, the solar system would collapse within 100 years of the parallel worlds expanded without limits. Seeing as how we do in fact live and multiply, the solar system is clearly not oversaturated with possibilities at this time. I extrapolate that this dimension can sustain our existence for the next 100,000 years. 100 million years. The system works thusly. At regular intervals, the dimension takes stock of the possibilities it contains, and only allows certain outcomes, those that would not cause undue difficulty in managing the next generation, to remain. As for the unneeded parallel worlds, the system closes off their futures. Specifically, every 100 years it calculates how many worlds will last another 100 years, and supports those worlds only. Have you heard of the law of conservation of mass? This could be called the law of conservation of events. And so, the civilizations in these numerous parallel worlds line up with one another. Think of it all as a giant tree. Only the trunk at the center can grow tall. The branches may bear fruit, but eventually they reach their limit and fall without reaching the future. You understand, yes? There are no parallel worlds for a world that has evolved too fast or crumbled too quickly. Such worlds are merely dead ends whose outcomes are predetermined. And so, there's a set time frame in which these branches are trimmed. Extra possibilities are removed, and future histories, once fluid, turned to stone. The mages of the old world called this time frame the foundation of humanity. Such laws apply to the moon cell as well. The moon cell is a self-updating observatory, which continues to record every incident and possibility on Earth. You could say it makes the same observations on parallel worlds. It's all quite vexing. But in any case, the so-called foundation of humanity governs the moon just as it does the Earth, tracking the various Spiritron worlds and determining whether their futures will come to an end. Once one passes that event horizon, there is no turning back, nor turning aside. Any lingering ifs become might-have-beens. It is the work of a great invisible hand. No, of a god's invisible hammer. I have named this point in time the quantum time lock, the event compilation set by an absolute observer. I vaguely remember being there for that long lecture. Passed through a deep, deep darkness for so long I felt my consciousness fade. To the end of Seraph, and then I set foot into the forbidden territories, where even the light of the moon cell could not reach. I knew we were talking to Archimedes.
あなたのおかげです。この壁の向こうが未明領域。遥かな過去に虚空より飛来し、ムーンセルに食い込んだ優勢の内部です。本来ならシステム管理者である私でさえ立ち入れない領域。ですが、あなたの助力があれば別だ。気持ちの整理はよろしいですか？セラフを守るため、あなたはこの中にいる外敵を排除しなければならない。
I wonder if we'll ever get Archimedes FGO. I think he's an arcade, but...
それが聖杯戦争に勝利し、ムーンセルからレガリアを授かったあなたの義務。よろしいですね。
Well, you say so.
不安なのはわかりますよ。何しろ相手は他に類を見ない怪物だ。ですがご安心を。あなたの指にはレガリアがある。レガリアはムーンセルの力そのもの。あなたはただ一心に中にいる怪物を消し去ればいいのです。
I nod in agreement and look up the wall again. Huge. Seraph has its giant structures, but it's still rare to see anything on this scale. The bizarre architecture gives me the impression of a prison, capable of holding tens of thousands of prisoners. I feel an urge to touch the wall. Hard as diamonds, but smooth as silk. Normally, Seraph only builds objects out of the same materials found on Earth. The touch alone tells me this stone came from somewhere else. There's no doubt this belongs to an invader, something from beyond Earth, made from pseudo-spiritrons, just as Archimedes said. It's an external threat. I'm afraid. Anyone would be. Inside this place sleeps a monster who nearly destroyed both the Earth and the Moon. And now they expect me, one lone wizard, to defeat it. Only Saber were here.
仕方がないのです。強力なサーバントを連れてきては、ここに着いた時点で敵に感知されてしまう。どれほどのトップサーバントであれ、ムーンセルに作られたものでは優勢の先兵にはかなわない。勝算はただ一つ。怪物が目覚める前にレガリアの力で倒すのみ。そのためにあなたに来てもらったのです。あなただって負けると分かりきった戦いにサーバントを投入したくはないでしょ。
Oh, I suppose not. What was that?
中にいる怪物の寝息でしょう。やれやれ。全くおぞましいことこの上ない。ですが、これで私の正しさは証明されました。 私とあなただけなら敵に気づかれない。寝首をかくにはもってこいです。この亀裂から侵入しましょう。物音を立てないよう細心の注意を払って。よろしいですね。
In we go.
時間と空間があやふやですね。焼けた飴のようだ。ここは限りなく広いようで限りなく狭い構造なのでしょう。
The thing that I'm trying to figure out right now is if this is like after the events of the Tamamo campaign or before we got split.
捕食優勢ベルバーは1万4000年前この太陽系に現れました。それがこの構造体です。優勢はかけらとなって月の裏側に刺さり、物理的にムーンセルの内部に食い込んでしまった。内部からのハッキングですね。かけらはムーンセルのネットワークに接触し、このように疑似量子の世界に自分の領域を作った。ムーンセルは侵食してきた優勢のかけらをネットワークから遮断、光の届かない未明領域とすることで侵食を食い止めた。しかしそれが限界でした。ムーンセルはムーンセルを守れても地上までは守ることができなかった。優勢はムーンセル内のリソースを利用し、地上に自分のデータを送り、マテリアルボディを構築した。それが1万4000年前に地上を滅ぼした白い巨人、セファールと呼ばれるアンチセルです。この先にいるのはその本体。文明を破壊するためだけに生まれた怪物。
I'm wondering, so, okay, if you don't know anything about FGO, about Fate Grand Order, or this game, then none of this will probably make any sense. But it's like we just got the Olympus chapter in Fate Grand Order, right? And in that, the way that that Lost Belt happened was that instead of the Greek gods dying to a giant white titan that came and like fought them and everything, they won. And so the gods continued to exist and basically keep humans as pets, essentially. Like Zeus became an omnipotent thing and all yada yada, right? I can't help but think that this is the same, that Sephir is the titan that is that. And like it supposedly comes along like Planet X or like Nibiru type conspiracies where it comes every, you know, X amount of years or whatever. So it's interesting that Fate Extella takes place like far enough in the future that Sephir's making a comeback again. I guess at the unexpected view. Beyond the darkness is not some alien hellscape, but an old cave. Wouldn't be out of place anywhere in Seraph.
惑わされないように。これは地球の風景を再現しただけのもの。優勢の本質ではありません。まあ、あなたの気持ちは理解できますよ。私も意外すぎて目を疑ったものです。地上を滅ぼした巨神がまさかこんな金銀財宝に埋もれた部屋に封じられているなんて。
Treasure, gold. The floor of the cave is buried in it. A vast, endless mountain of coins clinking and falling as we walk. The shining hoard reflects the light that streams in from the ceiling, softly illuminating the room. Oh, is Altera gonna be here? Amidst all the treasures is a giant altar. Heard rumors of a Mayan temple somewhere underground on Earth. This cave definitely reminds me of some lost world relic. But I don't see any sign of the enemy. The altar seems like the most likely place to look.
音を立てて歩かないで。敵はもう目の前だと言ったでしょう。気をつけるのです。
The enemy's already in front of us. Oh. And. No, it can't be. My eyes lift slowly upwards. Try to breathe as quietly as I can. There. Oh, it's Altera! Look how big she is! A titan with white hair and dark skin is sleeping on top of the altar. Oh, look at her. She's just sleeping. I literally can't believe my eyes. It's not that I'm terrified. It doesn't even feel frightening at all. It's just I'm not used to seeing anything that huge. Perception can't keep up. In a number of strange or giant weapons before in the past. I know I've seen things much more terrible than what's in front of me now. But even so, none of it compares. The impact of seeing it slams through my head and leaves me paralyzed. Some distant, abstract way, I'm ashamed of myself. Humans can accept the existence of all kinds of other creatures, but the idea of a greater, grander human feels like a threat to our very existence. I don't know, man. I think we could just give her a hug and it'll be okay. I feel like this must be before we split. So, again, for anyone who hasn't seen any of Fate Extella before at all, like, you won the Holy Grail War in the Moon, and then your soul got split between multiple people by accident. Like your mind, your body, and your soul end up getting split into 3. And then, like, each of the 3 campaigns, you're basically playing as one of them. So I think this is a prequel little intro bit to that. As hard as I'm shaky right now, I can barely hear Archimedes screaming at me. I'm in awe. The same awe people must have felt when they saw their gods in ancient times. For I almost forgotten how to breathe. But I can't freeze up forever. This is it. Right in front of me, the vanguard of the Umbral star itself. Destroyer of the earth and the moon. Come to my senses' end. I don't know, man. I should probably hold back. I'm gonna hold back. No, I shouldn't do it. Can't quite explain why, but killing it like this feels wrong. Oh, she waking up. What's up, Altera? The ground shakes, the mountain rises. Her movements are so dignified and graceful that I can so barely believe what I'm seeing. The cave's atmosphere changes. I can feel a blackness eating away at my heart. I can feel myself being crushed under terrible lies. My eyes are working, but I feel like I've just gone blind. Whatever it is, it's enormous. I can't take it all in at once. This itself is a piece of the Umbral star, the earth-ravaging titan, the absolute threat to humanity. And it's waking up. And it knows we're here. Oh, she's cute! She has to know I'm an intruder, but her words are calm and articulate. Shut up, Archimedes. Archimedes, you be quiet. Archimedes' repeated warnings echo in my head, but... Can't hurt her. There's no way. I don't feel any hostility from her. No intent to kill. The Titan, Sephir, as Archimedes calls her, doesn't seem to want to hurt us at all. In fact, it's just the opposite. I feel embarrassed that we came to kill her just because of her size. She's trying to be considerate towards us. She's keeping her movements as slight as possible in order not to scare us, and she's waiting for us to make a move. In other words, now's the time to talk with her. Yeah, but look at her eyes. I don't know, she looks pretty nice. She looks kind.
お前はそのために我が寝台に忍び込んだのだな。
The Titan's eyes filled with hostility. Her consideration is gone. You can see she's a true warrior, and I'm not. Now that she's identified a threat, I know she'll show no mercy.
愚かすぎます。アリが人間に挑むどころの話ではありません。アリが巨人に挑むようなものでしょうに。ああ、まったく。相変わらず人間は無駄なことだけが好きなのですね。
Shows no hesitation. She turns half her body one way. That's just misdirection. Then she reaches down with a ridiculously giant hand and grabs me with the force of an avalanche. Impossible to dodge. This isn't even a battle. She grabs me and squeezes all the air out of my lungs, clamping me between her fingers. Look, she's got you like a little doll. Feel her raising me high off the floor. I try to resist, but I can't move a single muscle. My body creaks and cracks in protest. Am I really gonna be squeezed to death?
なんというあっけなさ。素晴らしい、実に素晴らしい。素晴らしいぞ、セファール。予想通りとはいえ、ここまで簡単に済むとはな。痛快なことこの上ない。万が一のためにと身構えてはいたが、一撃であっさり終わって何よりだ。
God, fuck you,
そ
Archimedes.
してお疲れ様。ごきげんよう、愚かな神王よ。ムーンセルも判断を誤ったな。
I can hear Archimedes' voice. What is he saying?
まだ分かっていないのか。要はあれですよ。あなたは疑うことなく私に騙され、ここにおびき出されたのです。いやー、レガリア所持者があなたのような善人で本当に運が良かった。私欲にふける人間であれば誰も信用しなかっただろうからね。最後の教訓だ。覚えておくといい。悪人は世界を壊さない。ただ乱すだけだ。では壊すとしたらそれは誰か。無論言うまでもないことさ。いつだってお前のような善人が世界の根底を台無しにしてしまうのだから。さて、状況は把握できているな、セファール。レガリアはまさにお前の手の中だ。サーバントでは破壊できないが、アンチセルであるお前なら破壊はたやすかろう。レガリアを破壊せよ。ムーンセルの機能をダウンさせ。
Does he just want to die?
時が来た。
ベルバーを呼び寄せる。ムーンセル側のサーバントではないな。何者か。なぜこの人間を裏切った。
何？そんなことに関心を持つのか。破壊だけが鳥への巨神と聞いたが、余分かつ不要な機能だな。まあいいでしょう。私はアルキメデス。ムーンセルの元システム管理者ですよ。今はあなたと同じ優勢の到来を望む者。ベルバー側のサーバントに過ぎません。この体を見ればわかるでしょう。あなたと同じく優勢に体を預けているのですから。
Archimedes is Velber's servant? How could this happen? I'm not that smart, but I wouldn't have thought he was playing me for a fool. No, now's not the time to be angry at myself. Just have to get out of here. If I die now, like this, I'll never be able to show my face around Saber or the others again. Be my friend, Altera?
無駄なこと。それ以上あがいても苦しみが続くだけだとわからないのですか。
わからないのですよ、人間というものは。あらゆる断りを手にしていながら希望だの奇跡だのといった感情で目を背けるのですからね。まあそれも愚者にはふさわしい結末だがね。いいぞセファール。その不純物を レガリアともども握りつぶすがいい。
そうだな。レガリア所持者を生かしておく理由はない。私はムーンセルを破壊するのだから。
It's no use. Can't escape. Can't move an inch. It's as if the entire world is pressing against me. In another few seconds, I'll be ground meat. Hopeless. Will I die just as Archimedes planned? It's terrifying, obviously, but it's also infuriating. I feel like some sort of big important chance is being taken away from me. That's it. This is wrong. Not supposed to end here. Think back to when I first walked in and saw her. If Archimedes hadn't interfered, this whole encounter could have gone very differently. I think that has to mean something. I access the regalia. Search for a way to break out of this situation. Find one in a fraction of a second. The physical body cannot be transferred out of this territory, but the mind and soul can be split and transferred away. Okay, so this is how the whole split happened in the first place. This is reckless. It's basically certain death. It might not save me, but at least I'll be out of here. It's almost a kind of suicide, but all I want to do right now is disappear. I don't care. It's not like I have any other choice. No, this isn't the first time I've been this desperate, and hopefully it won't be the last.
レガリアによる転移だと。いや、だがここは未明領域。転移はできない。できるとしたらそれはレガリアだけだ。所持者は決して。待て待て待て、正気か。そんな手を本気でやるというのか、あの娘は。
Yes, I would.
私の石室からログアウトしたものが2つ。一体何が？
ありえない。なんということだ。自暴自棄にも程がある。レガリアごと自分を3つに分けるだと。
自身をレガリアごと3つに。それはだな。なんという無茶を。
貴様がグズグズしていたからだ、セバール。なぜすぐに殺さなかった。あれは私たちの敵だったのに。
それは違う。私にあの人間を殺す気はなかった。
何？
確かにレガリア所持者を生かしておく理由はない。だが殺さない理由はできた。その霊を返すまで殺しはしない。あの少女が私のものにする。私の許しなくして触れることはできないと知れ。
なんだと。貴様、それでも優勢の先兵か。図体ばかりか、その思考も鈍いのか。自らの存在意義をたがえるな、アンチセル。貴様は白い巨人、優勢の涙だろう。ベルバーを招くという使命は。
やかましいな、貴様は。使命は遂行する。私はムーンセルを征服し、地上を破壊する。その結果としてベルバーは来訪する。私の役割、存在には何もたがえていない。お前は不快だ、アルキメデス。
Good.
次は加減はしない。二度と私の前に現れるな。
なんという無駄を。貴様も道理のわからぬバカ者か。まあいいさ。なんであれ貴様は優勢には逆らえない。貴様は貴様の思惑でムーンセルを落とすがいい。私は私のやり方でムーンセルを落とす。貴様はこの牢獄の中でその抜け殻を守っていろ。
I'm in a huge room. Sealed pit, like a temple or an underwater cave or a prison. Why am I here? I don't know where I am, or what happened to me, or even who I am at all. My back hurts. I can hardly breathe. I can't even move my body. My name. I do know my own name, but even now there's something my entire being is trying to tell me. need to run. I need to get out. I don't need to know what's going on. I need to go now and figure it out later. Nah, we're gonna hang out with this cutie instead for a bit. A Titan? Gasp as I try to understand. I don't understand. Of course I don't. This is a dream. That's why my head feels so light. Anything can happen right now, but if I close my eyes, I'm sure I'll wake right up. Running through a sea of gold coins is hard enough, but no matter how far I run, the exit doesn't get any closer. Space has been altered somehow. I'll never reach that exit and I know it. If it were possible to leave, the Titan already would have. A giant hand swoops down towards me. I remember an old fairy tale about a boy who climbed a beanstalk into the sky. He found a giant's house there and was caught by the giant himself. No, I can't escape. She's got me. The giant has me right in the palm of her hand. I can still breathe, but I can't move. She's gonna kill me, I know it. A long moment passes in total silence. Then I dare to open one eye. I look into her eyes. I see not a cold-blooded monster, but a being with reason and heart. On a side note, how did that story of the boy and the giant end again? I fall back on her hand and shake my head to show that she didn't hurt me at all. The Titan lets out a sigh of relief. Aw, that's cute. Altera might be a destroyer of civilizations, but she is quite, like, loving, I suppose. The question is so surprising that I jerk involuntarily. Hakuno Fujimaru, I tell her. I am. The only two words that I own for myself. Trying to look away as I say them. Her smile shows a mix of shyness and humility. I feel dizzy and I almost fall out of her hand. A moment ago, she looked like a mountain of death. But now... how can she seem so beautiful now? I'd expect those red eyes to be full of menace, but instead look more like the eyes of a benevolent goddess. Wait, hold on. Am I thinking straight? Wasn't I running away in mortal terror just a minute ago? Not like I've forgotten that, but, well, for one thing, I don't even know why she grabbed me in the first place. Like, she's so cute. Memories? Now that she reminds me, I can't remember much of anything. Not even where I came from. What is this cave anyway? What am I doing here? Bigger question. Who am I? No idea. None at all. My memories are completely blank. Nope. Totally clean slate. No, she's right about all that. All I know is that I'm here with the name Hakuno Fujimaru in a digital body staring up at a giant woman. Wait, digital body? Right, because this is Seraph on the moon. I'm a wizard. That's why I have this body, or at least that's why I should. Fought in the Holy Grail War as a Spiritron hacker. He was one of the masters who strived for the moon cell. Made a contract with a servant who fought for me. Okay, if I can remember that much, what else can I remember? Who was my servant? That, to my dismay, I can't remember at all. I remember we fought all kinds of battles together and... Whee! Oh, Hakuno. What are you doing? Moving freely now, I jump straight down. There's something I need to do. I don't know why, but I know I have a duty, and the drive to do it is burning in my chest. Protect Seraph. The words ring through my mind like a bell. Why are we playing Liz's theme right now?
本当懲りない人。そんな小さな体でまたそんな無茶をするのですね。ですが無駄です。わかりませんか？人間では私からは逃れられないと。私がほんの少し乱暴になればあなたは簡単に捕まってしまう。なのになぜ逃げるのです？
I can't properly answer that. Even if I open my mouth right now, all I'd be able to do is tell her the truth. Or as little as I understand it, I have to escape. Even if I don't know where I am or what's going on, I feel in my gut that I can't obey her. I have to go against her. That's right, it's like that purpose has been burned into my heart.
そうなのですね。そんなことが起こり得る。話しかけてきたのはあなたの方だったのに。
Aww. Now we made her sad. What's she talking about? I know this much. With her, any mistake I make could be my last. She's obviously more dangerous than any other servant, but is there more to her than that? What am I not seeing? What have I forgotten? Oh, I've forgotten something. Right, so what I need to do now is to stay calm. I have to keep my head down, keep my eyes and ears open, gather all the information I can to figure out what's happening. Bow my head and close my mouth tight as I look the Titan over. Despite her overwhelming size, she has a very feminine, almost delicate appearance. But I start talking again, sorry, there's some weird ass noise out in the hallway. But I start talking again, she might listen. So the first thing I say to her is, what exactly are you? Are we enemies? And could we be allies? Well, let's see if we can be allies.
そう思いますか？そうであればよかったけれど。そうだな。
Oh.
それは違う。私は味方ではない。私はアルテラ。間違いなくあなたの、いえ、あなたたちの敵でしょう。私の目的はセラフの侵略、月の聖杯たるムーンセルの完全なる支配、そして同時に星の全文明の破壊と吸収。地球の時間基準で言えばおよそ14000年ごとの周期で訪れる侵略者、空の彼方からやってきた優勢の一部、生命にとっての敵であり文明にとっての破壊者、それが私です。いつか誰かがセファールと呼んだ白い巨人。
What she said sounds unbelievable. I know it's the truth. Not because she triggered some other memory of mine, but because her voice and her expression convinced me beyond any doubt. A monster with the power and the bearing of a goddess. She's the war on humanity. She said so herself.
勇敢ですね。そんなに怯えているのに私に飲まれまいと奮い立って、さすがはムーンセルに選ばれた人間というところでしょうか。ですがそんなもの抵抗にすら見えません。あなたに自由はないのです。この通り私のマスターなのですから。
Nice.
言ったでしょ。あなたはもう虜になってしまったのです。サーバントとマスターのことはわかりますね。契約を結んだ魔術師と英霊。私は英霊とはいささか異なるものですが、工事の電脳体として契約はできます。
But why would
あ
you?
なたは私の虜。つまり私のマスターになった。
Master? That doesn't sound right. Masters are supposed to give orders to their servants, not the other way around. All
あ
wrong.
あ、そうですね。ムーンセルの仕組みを利用したものですから、多少私たちの関係とは違いますね。あべこべです。ともかくあなたはマスターです。私とつながり、私からは逃れられない存在。
I don't like that they're translating master as prisoner in this case. Like, it makes sense what she's saying and everything, but they could just say master.
ちょうどそう、私には必要だったのです。石室から出られないこの身に代わってセラフを巡るものが。
Can't leave, she says. Can't relate to that. Oh, wait, she wants me to roam Seraph without her?
ええ、言った通りです。あなたに嘘を述べはしません。私の虜なのですから偽る理由がないでしょ。それでどうでしょう。私のお願い聞いてくださいますか。
Wish is it? Wonder if I have a choice. Can I say no?
断れるのですか、この状況で。そうですね、断っても構いません。その時は私に逆らったということ。
A shiver runs up my spine. She's so calm and civil, but she's also well beyond deadly. I better not betray her right now.
ああ、これは警告の類を示すものです。敵影を自動察知。誰かがこの未明領域へ向かってきているようです。敵はおそらくムーンセルに召喚されたトップサーバント。世界を維持するために私を殺そうとする敵です。先ほどの質問は意味がなくなりました。私のマスター、早速出番ですね。私の代わりに外へ赴き、トップサーバントと戦ってくれるのなら一時的に檻から出してあげられます。どうされますか。
I mean, she already told me what she'd do if I say no.
あら、行ってみますか。それだけの覚悟があるのなら私も加減はしませんよ。
I think it'd be best to hold off on that. She has the edge in height and reach. On top of that, I'm in a cave. There's no cage. There's no version of this where I win or escape. Besides, agreeing with her seems to be the best strategy for now. I'd be the only way out of this cavern, so I nod along. This cave is still my #1 priority, but I have to make it a long-term
よかっ
goal.
た。ではお願いしますね。マスター、行ってらっしゃいませ。あなたならきっと大丈夫だと思いますが、
But
相手は
how?
トップサーバントとして選出された強力な英霊です。くれぐれもお気をつけてくださいね。
Yeah, how am I supposed to fight it exactly? Just out of curiosity here. And who is it gonna be? It won't be Nero or Caster. Don't know. Will it be Liz? Huh, no one's here. Wasn't sure I could ever escape, so I didn't think it'd be this easy. But what was she thinking when she let me leave? Does she really need me to go fight for her? Was she counting on me to listen to her without any way to force me to keep my promise? Oh, plenty of time to think about that once I get out of here. Need to find someplace quiet and sort out what's been happening.
逃げられたとでも思ったか。
Oh, hi, small Altera.
残念だったな。お前は虜だ。石室の中でも外でも。
Altera's in front of me. She's the size of a normal human now, but it's so definitely her. Same smooth skin, same bright hair and clothes. She said she couldn't go outside. I think she was lying, but then the woman in front of me is... Honestly, I have no idea. There she is, looking just like the bigger Altera I left behind. About to escape, I know that much.
驚いているようで冷静だな。お前はマスターとしての経験か。肝が据わっている。戦士として好ましい。まあいい。本体は石室からは出ない。この私は 本体が見る夢のようなものだ。難しく考えるな。昼と夜の顔と
Don't try to just hand wave.
私はお前のサーバントだ、マスターよ。英霊のようなものとでも捉えるがいい。私と。
Oops. Don't quite get it, but I'll take her at a word. We'll call her
好きに呼
Altera
べ
too.
ばいい。私もお前を好きに呼ぶ。
I like the bigger main you better. I like the smaller you better. You're cute. No, I like the bigger one. The bigger one's kind of kinder.
何？
The bigger one made the stronger impression, is what I'm trying to say.
その感想はよくわからないが。
So the two of them are the same person. Okay, let's make this easier. I'll call this one in front of me Hero Altera and the one in the Cave Titan Altera. Let's see what she thinks about that.
余分な付け足しだが、それでも構わない。さあ、行くぞ。速やかに外敵を排除する。だがその前に、お前の持っているものをよこせ。
What, the regalia? Or what? I can't think of anything right now. All I have is my life in this digital body.
持っているだろう。指輪を。それをよこせ。そうすることで、お前は真に私の虜となる。拒否は許さない。早くしろ。無駄な時間を費やすな。
Can't threaten me into giving her what I don't have. But as soon as I try to tell her that I remember I had my life, my body, and this ring on my left hand. Some sort of mystic code? No, it isn't. It looks like one, but it's far more powerful. Should I hand it over to someone like her? It'll take some more time and think that over, but I really don't have the time right now. Do I actually get a choice here at all, or no? Probably not, right?
そうじゃない。それはお前が私にはめなければ意味がない。さあ、やれ。
Taking advantage of my dumb body that doesn't know any better. It's a strange feeling. I imagine this is how a knight might feel when stripped of his sword and rank. Actually, it's almost like I'm taking her in a holy matrimony.
お前は正しい選択をした。これこそセラフを滑る指輪。ムーンセルの代行権限を凝集させたこの譲渡行為によって、私とお前の結びつきは完成されたと言える。霊樹のつながりを感じるだろう。
The ring to rule Seraph. The moon cells royal authority. Did I just hand the enemy something unthinkable? On top of that, the command seals. What I just did can't ever be taken back.
断っていれば、お前は私に殺されていただろう。お前は誤っていない。自分の命の保護を最優先にする。それが人間という戦士だろう。だが、取り返しのつかないという認識は正しい。これでお前は永遠に私の虜だ。
Apparently prisoner is Toriko. I guess. Whee!
さあ、敵を排除しに行くぞ。お前はそこにいろ。案ずるな。戦いが終われば出してやるし、いくらかの自由は利く。コードキャストぐらいを使えよう。もっとも、お前が私に力を貸す気になれば。
So who are we fighting? That's what I want to know. Like, are we fighting Liz because it was her theme that was playing? What the hell?
この夢はいつ覚めるのか。
Is King of the what?
今こそ開幕征服の時であるぞ。
急ぐぞ、マスター。
God, it's been forever since I played this game.
プラントがいる。我が虜。先にあれを始末するぞ。
Ooh. She's got some good moves here. Yeah, we know you're gonna destroy the civilization. That's pretty nice. So I don't actually remember all the controls. I mean, I like vaguely remember controls. Aha, there's the dash move. We need to get to the plant though. Hello, plant. Oh, get back here, plant. So the blue stuff. Good smart. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Pretty sure she just like split space-time. But let's ignore that. Hello, aggressor. Ow. Ow. There is a block button, I just don't remember what it is. That is the problem, that like I play this game like once. Like I play like one of his campaigns like every year or so. And so I always forget. I remember B is that move where we do the things and use the blue bars up. X and Y are light and heavy. Right bumper is this dash move. Is one of the triggers? No, one of the triggers is your Noble Phantasm. I know that. Hey, what do you mean they're about to complete the fucking Matrix? How are you not dead yet? Okay, that wasn't really what I wanted to do. I mean, I guess because Iskandar's taking the 5, but still, could you take this one now, Altera? There we go. Thank you. We should be good now, right? Yeah, that's significantly better. I will say, Fate Extella Link is the better game as far as like gameplay and everything goes, because there's just a bit it's just a little bit more interesting combat wise, but it's okay. It's a Muso, so you're gonna do a lot of smacking random little enemies on the screen without anything really happening. So okay, it is left bumper. Left bumper is block. You just have to kind of like prep it all first. There we go, aggressor. Okay, there's one aggressor down. Do I even have any code casts? No, I don't. I have no code cast set because they didn't give me the option to. There we go. Well, that's a good move. So like Iskandar just randomly finds an entrance to the Zero Dark and decides to go pilfering into it. Honestly, that does sound like him. Bonk. Alright, good. Wait, what? Yeah, it's mine. He's still attacking my home base, the one from the 5. Oh. Figure we can take out 2 aggressors and the plant at the same time with us. Maybe? Since we used all of our blue? Nope. Ow. God damn it, just spawn more. Is there a reason I can't use the regalia? Like, that's... pretty sure that's the one underneath. Like, underneath the blue bar and everything. I think that's what it is. Maybe I'm getting confused with the one above. Casualty, Secretary Commander. You know, that's fine. I mean, I want to get over there soon, so... There. Okay. I do like that we're doing something slightly different from the other 2 campaigns. Like Nero and Tamamo's campaigns are good, but you spend all the time fighting to take over the moon cell in very similar locations and whatnot. So it's kind of nice that this one starts with this other area, even if it's probably going to line up with the other ones later. But I'm looking forward to seeing her other combos unlock as we level her, though. Even if I'm mildly upset that I haven't found all the things for her Noble Phantasm. Although there's one in the oh, there's one. There's one. And then there's one back in the other area. So I'll probably have to fight Iskandar. So I will grab the other thing for that then. Okay. Okay, Regalia acquired. Alright. Alright, Iskandar, let's go. There he be.
あの男のもとへ向かう。邪魔をする者は破壊するのみ。この領域は蹂躙し尽くした。あとは敵将を撃つのみだ。油断はしない。
Top servants are capable of controlling enemy programs, probably because the moon cell allows them to. There are more of them here than I expect. Enemy programs, attack programs, to put it more precisely. Coded by the moon cell, they attack enemy targets automatically. A normal wizard would have trouble controlling even one, but here there's an army of them. And here Altera destroys one after another with her calm, cold precision. Like a fighting machine, reaping through their enemies without hesitation or remorse. Knowing she aims to destroy the world, I wasn't planning on helping her with my code casts. But I guess that's a moot point, since she clearly doesn't need them.
殺戮の機械だ。他のことは何もできない。必要もない。
いや、敵ながら見事な剣さばき。 遠慮なしに随分と壊してくれたものよ。構成プログラムといったか、魂も意志もない連中ではあるが、これでなかなか可愛いところもあってな。この征服王のため自らが砕け散ることも厭わずに突撃してみせる。一流の兵士や勇者の働きまではさすがに届かんが、にしてもお前いくらなんでも壊しすぎだろう。もう少しこう情緒というものは持てんのか。
征服王、マケドニアのイスカンダルか。
うん、ようこそが征服王。他にこの二つ名を持つ者はおるまいよ。競争なるペルシャの強者どもよりイスカンダルと呼ばれし男も世の他にはおるまい。それでそういうお前さんは何者だ。
アルテラ。
さて機関なだな。これほどの力量であれば思い当たる剣士も23出てこようものだが、とんと心当たりがない。貴様、もしや正体隠しの特技でも持っているか。
So relaxed, even as he chats with us on the battlefield. We haven't yet experienced the depths of his mana or the power of his noble phantasm, but it's already clear that he's a great hero. This is the top servant who's meant to save Seraph. A great hero summoned to defeat Altera.
神明が何であれ世の知ったことではない。当然知っているな。世はセラフの異常を修正するために召喚された。巨神とやらを破壊するのが目的だ。見る限りお前さんは巨神というには小柄だな。大層な宝具を有してはいるが、さっきは言ったが悪いことは言わん。世の道から引いておけ。
断ると言。
そりゃ押し通るほかあるまい。回り道はしない主義だ。
ならばそうしろ、征服王。
やれやれ、久方ぶりの限界だ。少しは世の話に付き合おうとは思わんものか。貴様のやってるそれはな、蹂躙でもなし、さりとて制覇でもない。そんなものは、いや、どうにも込み入った事情がありそうだ。子供の感触であれば少年から叩き直そうとも思ったが、これは世の手に負えんと見た。貴様のあり方をとやかく言う資格もなければ義務もない。人生相談なんぞ柄でもないしな。となればあとはこれしかあるまい。話してわからん相手ならば矛を交える。その後に見えてくるものもあろう。アルテラとやら、いざ尋常に勝負。その目で見るがよい。これぞ征服王が道。はっ。
Where are you? Enjoy this.
マルスと接続する。発射まで2秒。ディアドロップホトンレイ。
Yep. How'd that do? Oh, we knocked off half of his health with that. Not trying to leave much to chance here. Oh. Okay, how about Regalia form time? Oh, she doesn't even have a form. It just does the music and gives her a power up. That's kind of sad. Like, both Tamamo and Nero have like extra armor or like a different form that they use when they have that. I guess she just hits harder. Which is fine. It's kind of funny. Moonra! Aw, well, at least she poses nicely. EX awakening ring. Cool. Well, she's level 4 now at least. And has a new attack. Cool. Let's finish this prologue up, huh? Compared to Iskandar's passion, Altera is completely mechanical. Her thoughts are clear as her body is fierce, without any regard for her own life. With a spark of warmth, Altera fights like an avalanche and she wins.
Altera なる白き英霊の軍門に下るとする。世の力、存分に使ってみるがいい。
Wonder if she was expecting that.
無論使いこなせるものであればな。
I remember feeling this kind of ecstatic excitement before. Must be coming from him. Even if he has his own agenda, he admitted his loss right away. King of Conquerors Iskandar. Don't think we've ever met, but I know his name. He's one of the greatest kings in the world. Commanded many ferocious warriors and heroes. See him standing there with his fearless grin, and I feel his magnetism radiating off him. But what will that mean for Altera herself? She's the polar opposite of the King of Conquerors, cold, calculating destroyer. He defeated the protector of her world. Will there ever be anything but my enemy? Who knows? Alright, is it time for my room or no?
お前からの援護の一つもなかったが、マスターとしては十分役に立った。相応に疲労しているだろう。ゆっくりと休め。無論、あちらでだが。
After winning the battle, we're welcome back home with empty silence. Couldn't hurt for Altera to gather her new recruits in this room. Specifically, because she may be called the King of Conquerors in here.
無駄に控えさせるつもりはない。かの王が戦う時が来れば、その時に召集する。ここは未明領域だ。私と私のマスターであるお前しか居続けることはできない。
That makes sense. This is the Umbral Stars territory. It'd be hard for even a top servant to keep materializing here. After all, this place belongs to the world's greatest enemy. So Altera has no friends in battle.
私に言いたいことがあるなら言ってみろ。なら石室へ戻れ。必要が来ればまた出陣になる。魔力の回復もお前の重要な役目だ。いいな、マスター。
Again, they use prisoner here instead of master. Prisoner not, I am her master. Can channel mana and use command seals, but even if it's not exactly the same in her case, the principles are so similar. So maybe there's something I can do for the world. Not necessarily something heroic per se, but yeah, let's go talk to big Altera. She's so much nicer.
たくさん魔力を使わせてしまって、戦う時はいつも全力ですから、あなたには時にきつい思いをさせてしまうかもしれません。でもどうかご安心を。 魔力すべてを吸い尽くしてしまったりはしません。外の私は少し怖かったかもしれないけれど、優しくしますから。そういう風に気をつけますね。
Her choice of words makes it sound like they're two different people. Everything about Hero Altera, especially in battle, is the opposite of her. Her expressions, her body language, even her tone of voice. But they both have that same divine look to them, even in those same red eyes. Her gentle manner stirs something in me. Some small, hesitant feeling, even though I know she's an enemy monster. Maybe she and I should talk more. But the bits and pieces of my memory are warning me, saying I should fight, be suspicious of her, be afraid of her, fulfill my duty. If I really have become her master, I should try to control and subdue her in any way I can. No, I'll hold off. Even if she does call herself the enemy, and even if she did just defeat one of the world's greatest protectors, whichever Altera she is, I can still talk to her. Even hear Altera, as much as she acts like a killing machine, still has feelings, I think.
もしかして疲れてしまってます？それなら宝具あまり使わないようにしないといけませんね。
We didn't talk like this. We didn't share our ideas and our opinions and our feelings. Then maybe.
ごめんなさい。これに入れちゃいますね。少しは回復の効果もあるはずですから。
Into the cage. I mean, it's got an open wall though, so.
ちょこんとして可愛いですね。念のために言っておきますね。もうあなたには必要ないかもしれませんが、すれ違いは悲しいですから。私のマスター、私の虜。あなたにはこれからも今日のように外で戦ってもらいます。もちろんもう一人の私と一緒です。決して逆らわないでください。逆らったらあなたの電脳体を破壊します。私は通常の英霊とはあり方が異なる。仮にマスターを失っても、いくらか体力を多く消費するだけで、かつ
Looks like I should forget everything I know about how masters and servants work together. I'm the one who ought to obey her. Controlling her what commands he was out of the question.
自分の命の保護を最優先にする。それが人間でしょ？その本能に従ってください。何も恥じ得ることではないはずですよね。
Ironic for someone who's here to destroy humanity, telling a human to live.
私を恐れようと嫌おうと、一向に構いません。ですが、あなたはもう私のマスターです。それをお忘れなきよう。
Sleep. I'm like a security object. Looks like I'm utterly trapped here. Can't go on like this. This rate I'll end up helping the Umbral Star, whether I want to or not. Got ideas for now. If I could just get out of this cage, I have to do something as soon as possible. She's watching. She's definitely watching. Like her eyes are boring a hole in me. Does Titan Altera even sleep at all? If not, is she just going to keep staring at me? Doesn't seem violent. She seems willing to talk. But if she keeps me here long enough, she might eventually talk me into helping her destroy the world. I don't want to skip. I just want the menu. I want the menu for saving in those things. Being watched. She's been watching me like this the entire time. The awkward silence. I have no idea what to say, or whether I should say anything, or whether she's even thinking about talking to me. Just like that, all day, literally, she's been staring at me continuously with that same smile, without ever getting tired or bored. Did I say all day? It's been a week. That's how long it's been since she beat the King of Conquerors. Yep, 1 week. 7 days, give or take. Space doesn't work the same way in here as it does outside, but time so does. Here we are. Same cavern. Same treasure on the floor. Same cage. Same Titan. I want out. Staring at the same 4 walls for the last 7 days is giving me an incredible case of cabin fever. But I can't go anywhere. All I can do is what she's doing. Stay right here and watch her like she's watching me. Treasure chest? Alright then. Man, Altera can just make like fresh roasted bird.
データの外装を変換しただけでちゃんとしたお料理とは少し異なるものですけれど、美味しくなるように精一杯設計しました。
I mean, I'm alright with that. Her unexpected kindness throws me off balance, but my observations, including the ones about how to escape, are teaching me more about her. The Titan in the cavern, a servant who controls her master, a monster called Altera, who's not quite a heroic spirit, with the smile and bearing of a goddess. Her guard is completely down. She's still watching me, but not as carefully. I know that because I've been watching her the whole time. Every movement, every word. She doesn't suspect a thing.
Master? 早く食べてくださらないと冷めて。あ、いいえ、冷めにくいように設定はちゃんとしました。でも出来たてがおすすめですから。
Even if she's not being cautious, she's still talking to me every chance she gets. So I haven't had a chance to try messing with the cage. All in all, no matter how much she lowers her guard, there's no practical way to break myself out. After a week of observations, I've learned one thing. Out of options. But in order to maintain my digital body, I do need to share some of her resources. She served me drinks already this week, and none of them were spiked with viruses, as far as I know. So that means... Eat the burb. Oh, she ate the whole thing.
よかった。あなたにちゃんと食べていただけて。それから1週間も気づかずにごめんなさい。飲み物だけでは感覚が充足できませんよね。人間のことは少しは理解しているつもりだったのですが、あまり身についていません。情報を把握しているはずなのに、つい経験に比重を置いてしまう。
At first, I don't know what she's talking about. Is Altera referring to me specifically, or to humans in general? Strictly speaking, digital bodies don't need to eat food, but wizards still naturally crave the experience and habits they're used to, like eating and drinking. Thought maybe she meant she wants to learn more about humanity, but apparently she's only talking about me. So then what kind of experience is she looking for? If she didn't even understand that humans get hungry, what knowledge or experience does she have? It's a good question, actually. What has she experienced in her past?
あなたたちの視点で言えば戦いでしょうか。私が実体を伴って得た経験はおおむねそこで起こった出来事です。優勢のための破壊、地上の文明の大半を私は滅ぼしました。私が目にしたあらゆる生命は抗っていました。戦ですので、食事だとかそういうものを見る機会はほとんどなくて、最後までそうでした。力尽きて倒れて崩れ去るその瞬間まで。
Again with what happened 14,000 years ago. Sounds like some mythical epic, but I don't think she's lying. At least it makes more sense. If he didn't literally destroy the earth, but rather collapsed in the middle of trying. If she hasn't had a power ever since, that explains how humanity has been able to grow and prosper, not having to worry about her. Able to maintain civilizations all the way up to the 21st century. Long enough for me to become a wizard and try for the Holy Grail.
それだけです。本体としての私自身はずっとここにいました。再び優勢がこの銀河にやってくるまでずっとずっと。だからごめんなさい。不便を感じさせたくはないけど、私はきっとまたご迷惑をおかけすると思います。本当にサイズばかり大きくて、あなたにとっての私はひどく世間知らずに映るのでしょうね。
She's ashamed of her inexperience. Whatever she does know, she's never had the chance to put it into practice. I don't know if it's my place to call her ignorant. But that aside, I understand what she's trying to say. Kind of understanding doesn't come naturally to her. She doesn't get how humans work at all. Not even how they eat or drink. She may look like a human, but since she's been here this whole time in this cramped room by herself for 14,000 years.
大半は眠って過ごしていましたし、それにここは安全ですから、何も問題なんてありませんでした。今までは。
Feel safe here? Is any place unsafe for you? And you sound like a coward.
はい。私だけでなく、誰も傷つかないこと。そんな状況はここにしかありません。なんであれ、私は目覚めました。再び優勢が到来する先触れとして。それまでの間はずっと長い夢を見ていたようなものなのでしょうね。
I don't know how to feel for her. Sleeping here for all that time and from the look on her face, her dreams weren't always pleasant ones. I start to say something about that, but I keep my mouth shut instead. If I start to pity her, I'll get sidetracked. My first and foremost priority is to get out of this cage. I have to ask her more questions to gather more information. Ask her more about the way she collapsed back on Earth.
セファールが地上でムクロとなったのは確かです。ですが、それで私が消滅したわけではなくて、セファールの本体はここにいる私です。この私がある限り、セファールは何度でも地上に現れます。必要な条件さえ揃えば、私はまた本物の肉体を得ることが。
Necessary requirements. Wonder if that means taking full control of the moon cell. If so, if I told Altera I'd help her create that body, would she let me out?
ありえない話はしないように。そんなことは絶対に起きません。絶対です。何があってもあなたはそうしないはずです。セファールを地上に下ろしたりはしない。あなたはセラフを守ろうとするでしょう。ムーンセルを制圧しようとする私とも敵対する。それにどうあっても結果は同じ。他に方法があるとしても、私はムーンセルを壊す他にないのですから。
And she gives me that lonely expression. Thought she wanted to materialize on Earth and or destroy the moon cell, just so she could leave this cavern, but apparently that's not the case. So what's Altera really going for?
教えてあげましょうか。
Liz!
そいつの望みは破壊することだけよ。
And not just any Liz. Dark Liz, right? Oh wait, no, just regular Liz. Hi Liz!
やっと入ったわ。へえ、ここが巨神の石室ね。多少は手こずったけど、いざ本気になれば何のことはなかったわ。
It's nice to see Liz actually using her wings.
エリザベート・バートリーにかかれば未明領域だろうと思いのままなんだから。
God, I love her. She's so good. Someone's flown in through a hole in the wall. A petite young woman with the features of a dragon. She gave her name, but
いいこと。私は親切だから教えてあげる、コリス。あんたを閉じ込めてるそいつにあるのは破壊だけ。他には何にもないの。それはそいつが破壊の化身だからよ。文明を踏みつけてめちゃくちゃに壊して何もかも終わらせるのが楽しくて仕方がない。いいえ。
Elizabeth Bathory. The name doesn't ring a bell. She doesn't look like a wizard, so she must be a servant. And she sounds like she knows Altera well.
アルキメデスの手のものか。ここは私の領域だ。侵食されたサーバントごときが軽々しく立ち入っていい場所ではない。
ダメよ、そんな風に選ぶって見せたってね。優勢のしもべって意味じゃ対等でしょ。それにあなた、何？おかしいったらないわ。セラフの NPC だってあなたよりはまともよね。破壊のためだけに生まれたものがあれこれ考えること自体間違ってるのよ。不純だわ。そうね。正しくないのよ。どうしようもなく間違ってるわ、アルテラ。
Oddly, even though Altera could easily punish the pink dragon girl, she doesn't. Did she say they are both working for the Umbral Star? Is that why Altera is not retaliating? Because they're allies? Altera told her to leave, but that's it. Now she's sitting there and letting Elizabeth tell her off. That's not like her at all. At least from what I know about Altera, which admittedly isn't much.
この際だから言ってあげるわ。あなたなんかに大きな顔させてるのはムカつくの。だってこの私が優勢勢力に加わったのよ。自分が何かもわからないデクノボーなんかより私の方がよっぽどうまく。何よ、いいところだったのに。敵への自動察知機能よね。もう文字通りのお邪魔虫じゃない。もうムカつく。また来るわ。それまでせいぜいやることやって私のために働きなさい、アルテラ。あ、そうそう、そっちのコリスも少しは必死になりなさい。そこにでーんとそびえていらっしゃるのは優勢の巨人なんだから。甘く見ていたらもみくちゃにされて死ぬわよ、あなた。
I don't know about that, but alright. Thanks for the advice, Liz.
ごめんなさい。次のお仕事までは静かに休ませてあげたかったのですが、彼女が言った通り敵の進軍です。前と同じように未明領域をまっすぐ進んでいる模様です。今回もどうかお願いします、私のマスター。無茶だけはなさらないよう。外の私にリソースを供給するだけでもあなたには相当の負担なのですから。来たか。征服王を撃破されたことでムーンセルも焦っているらしい。今回はトップサーバントが2機だ。石室の私ならともかく、この姿の私ではそれなりの苦戦が予想される。もっともお前は私が敗れる方が嬉しいか、聞くまでもないか。
No need to ask at all. A prisoner, not a friend. She's just leeching off my mana by force thanks to her special little contract. May not be able to escape, but I can still say this. I would never willingly support Altera in battle. All I can do right now is keep gathering information and wait for my chance.
きっかけさえあればいつでも逃げ出してみせるという顔だな。 それでも構わん。お前はただ私の傍らにあればいい。どうせレガリアは私のものだ。そしてお前も私のものだ。話はしないし、いかなる英霊であろうと渡す気もない。ただ気をつけろよ。お前の行動いかんではお前は戦場で死ぬ。
Hmm? She's worried about me? For a minute there, she almost sounded like Titan Altera. What exactly is she thinking? She keeps me in a cage, but at the same time, she's someone I can talk to. If I ask her a question, she answers, and she worries about me too? This is bothering. It's something Elizabeth said. It's what she does for fun.
そうだ。あの女の発言に間違いはない。私はただの破壊の決心。殺戮の機械だ。他には何もない。そしてお前が私とは違う考えを抱いているのも知っている。それを改めさせる気もない。
And isn't it odd that she seems so worried about me? I understand she needs me for mana, but she has a regalia now, so I think she'll be able to work around that without.
思い上がるな。お前は私のマスターに過ぎない。私をどう嫌悪したところで私の指に収まるしかない囚人だ。援護をしろとは言わない。コードキャストなど私には不要だからな。黙って私の戦いを見ていろ。ああ、この夢はいつ覚めるのか。
ムーンセルより選ばれたルーラーとして私は使命を果たします。
So I want to. Yes, that's fine. I want to be in the menu. That's all. Wait, what? Oh, good. There is an actual my room. Cool. B, check status. Yes, that's all. Cool. I'm gonna end it here because, you know, I've been going for 3.5 hours or so. Also, apparently I dropped a few frames at one point. But yeah, that was the start of Altera's story. And it's a good time. But I'll see you all later. Hope you enjoyed Ring Fit and Celeste and the teensy bit of Fate Extella. Bye for now. Hope you all have a good rest of your day and stuff. Okay. All right. Bye.